Hey everyone, welcome back. Today's episode is one that's honestly really personal because I'm still in it. I'm not sitting here pretending I've mastered this or that I have the magic answer. If anything, I'm recording this because I'm trying to understand myself a little better. And maybe if you're listening, you'll recognize a little bit of yourself too. Lately, I've been thinking a lot about anger, not just getting annoyed. I'm talking about that feeling where it's like a fire gets lit inside of you. Your heart starts pounding, your chest gets tight, your thoughts speed up. Everything suddenly feels louder. The kids are asking questions, someone spills something, the dog barks, your husband says one innocent comment, and somehow your brain treats all of it like it's one giant emergency. I hate that feeling. Because the second it happens, I almost feel like I'm watching myself from the outside. Part of me is saying, Janine, calm down. This isn't a big deal. And the other part of me is already halfway through reacting. Then comes the guilt. Every single time. I've shared that before, that I didn't actually grow up in the calmest environment. There was a lot of chaos, a lot of unpredictability, and sometimes I wonder, did I learn this? Was I born with a short fuse, or did my nervous system simply get really good at preparing for the next thing to go wrong? My life coach has this phrase that sticks with me. He called it my dragon. At first, I kind of laughed, like a dragon? Huh. But the more I thought about it, the more it actually made sense. Because when that anger shows up, it doesn't feel like me. It feels like something much bigger, like this giant creature that barges into the room and says, I've got this. Except it usually doesn't. It burns everything down first. What's interesting is the more I've learned about the nervous system, the more I've started wondering if maybe anger isn't actually the enemy. Maybe it's protection. Think about that. How weird is it that the emotion that causes some of our biggest regrets might actually be trying to help us? That doesn't mean yelling is healthy, and it doesn't mean snapping at people is okay. But maybe underneath the anger is something completely different. Maybe it's fear. Maybe it's overwhelm. Maybe it's exhaustion. Maybe it's years of carrying stress that your body never really got to put down. As a mom, I don't think people talk enough about how overstimulating life can be at times. There's constant noise. Someone always needs something. Someone's touching you. Someone's talking over someone else. You're making dinner while answering questions, while cleaning up a mess, while mentally remembering tomorrow's appointment, while wondering if you switched the laundry. And sometimes one tiny thing happens. One tiny thing. And somehow it's the cupcake that falls on the floor, or the milk that spills, or someone arguing over absolutely nothing. And suddenly you explode. Not because of the cupcake, because the cupcake landed on top of a nervous system that was already carrying 50 other things. That is something I'm trying really hard to remind myself. Sometimes my reaction isn't about what's happening right now. It's about everything my body has been carrying all day, or maybe for years. One thing I've also realized is that anger usually shows up really fast. But curiosity is slow. Curiosity asks, why did that bother me so much? What am I actually feeling? What just happened inside of my body? And that's hard because it's much easier to stay angry than it is to admit. I'm scared. I'm overwhelmed. I'm touched out. I'm exhausted. I don't feel in control. Those feelings are vulnerable. Anger puts on armor. Vulnerability takes it off. Now, don't get me wrong. There are times when anger is absolutely appropriate. Sometimes it tells us a boundary has been crossed. Sometimes it motivates us to stand up for ourselves or protect someone we love. I don't want to lose that kind of fire. I don't want to become someone who never feels passionate. I don't want to dim the part of me that fights for my family or keeps me moving forward. That's not the fire I'm talking about. I'm talking about the dragon. The one that shows up before I've even had a chance to think. The one that convinces me every inconvenience is a 5 alarm fire. The one that leaves me sitting there afterwards wondering, why did I react like that? The hardest part of this journey for me has been accepting that healing isn't linear. I wish I could tell you I started working on myself and suddenly I became this calm, peaceful Zen mom. That would be a great ending, but it wouldn't be true. Some days I do really well. Some days I catch myself before I react. Other days, I don't. And I have to apologize. I have to repair. And I have to forgive myself. Then I wake up the next morning and I try again. For a long time, I thought healing meant I'd eventually stop feeling angry altogether. Now I'm starting to wonder if that's never been the goal. Maybe the goal isn't to kill the dragon. Maybe the goal is to get to know it, to recognize when it's actually protecting me and when it's fighting battles that's ended years ago. Maybe every time I notice it a little sooner, every time I pause for even 5 extra seconds, every time I choose repair instead of shame, that's healing. Not perfection, progress. Because I don't think our kids need perfect parents. I think they need parents who are willing to grow. Parents who say, I was wrong and I'm sorry. I'm still learning. And honestly, that's exactly what I'm doing. If you're someone who struggles with anger, or maybe you carry guilt because you reacted in ways you wish you hadn't, I just want you to know you're not alone. You're not broken. You may have a nervous system that's been trying to protect you for a very long time. The beautiful part is, our brains can learn, our bodies can learn, our responses can change. It doesn't happen overnight, but little by little, they can. So, thanks for sitting with me today while I tried to make sense of all of this. If nothing else, maybe we can remind each other that we're all works in progress. And maybe that's enough for today. I'll talk to you in the next episode. Thanks for listening.